You was a Fed? Yeah, you was. You was a Fed. And you got my boy Young Bird, man. How was that? How was Young Bird?
Oh man, let me tell y'all something, man.
That sounds like crazy. The same bird we got.
We got the same bird you got then.
Yeah, but see, we had Bird, man. Bird was going through it, man. And shout out to Bird, man. Dog, he was his authentic self, man. So he had to learn a lesson, obviously. But man, Bird was wide open. He'd be in. Bird's the only guy. I swear to God, this is a true story. We would be doing 3-man weave, and in some. You ever been in the gym where the scorer's table is out, but the bleachers are back, so there's space behind the scorer's table? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
Yo, Bird used to run behind the scorer's table when we were running 3-man weave. Just to show, he was flying high. He was in better shape than everybody. This dude would be booking it. I'm talking about going. We're like, all right, Bird. All right, he would just be out there. We in Oklahoma. Bird is wearing wife beaters. He's getting tatted up. But he in Oklahoma. It's 10 degrees outside.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was wide open with us, bro. He was wide open. So he was a little bit more calm when he was with you guys.
Okay.
I tell you what, if he was a little calm with us,
but
that
Bird we got was wild. He's a wild boy.
Got that cup of mud.
Your cup of mud. That man had 7 cups of coffee for the game called Cup of
17.
Mud.
Yeah. 17.
Every time he walk in, use a cold ass honky. Paul George dunked on his ass so nasty in the playoffs. Remember that?
Hey man, why you want to bring that up?
Because I love Bird.
Damn man.
Bird.
I think that's when they took game 1. Did they take game 1 in Miami? Y'all took game 1 in Miami, right? Oh, y'all took game 2.
I think it was game 2.
Yeah. That was when he dunked on Bird. They took game 2 in Miami.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you, D West. I know how y'all felt on y'all side, but on our side, we was a little. We can say it now. We was a little shaky. It was a house of cards.
That's all we tried. That's all we hoped for. We could put that pressure on, to try to sneak one for real.
That whole East though, man. I'm telling you, you guys, Boston, Chicago, it was all physical brands of basketball. I mean, it was a gosh damn. That was tough.
Yeah, it was a different, and it was just it was a very thin line between we experienced this in the West, and then it happened while I was in the East. But in the West one year we had, everybody won 50 plus games.
I was part of that. I was in Memphis at the time. Everyone won 50 games. 50 games was like a 7 seed.
So, we had been used to them kind of tight playoff battles, but in the East we were thinking the same thing. The divisional games for us meant a lot. Fighting with Chicago, obviously trying to keep pace with because the Knicks with Melo and them, they had built a tough group too. So trying to stay in the hunt for one of those top 1 or 2 or 3 spots in the East. So we could be positioned to potentially make a deep run, was all that we had on our focus. And then when we realized, okay, we weren't, because we kind of gave ourselves some measuring sticks, how we fared against the best teams, how many teams we could beat in the West, and how many of those, how it is. You go on those road trips and you win 5 or 6 games out West. You're like, okay, we might be on to something. So we did that early on. And then the confidence grew from there for us as a group.
Talk to us about Golden State. So you go play Golden State. Obviously,
hello.
You got more?
Yeah. So the Warriors, man. The Warriors was a great experience for me, right? Obviously, won championships, and I'll tell you, man, this real. I went. There would be a moment every one of those series, bro, where I would be standing on the free throw line, and I'm like, we lost to these again 3 years in a row. And I'd be standing on that free throw line facing Miami's bench. And I would always make eye contact with James Jones. And he would have this smirk on his face. That would be like, good try, but you didn't. I thought you had that smirk used to drive me crazy. And so when I got to Golden State, I'm like, this is it. You feel this level of you've got the group that win it. You know what I mean? It's not like it was in Indiana where we're like, we got a lot of things have to go right. With the Warriors, it was like, we just can't f this up. Like, we got to be, people don't realize, like, that environment, obviously when I was in Indiana, we had an environment like this. But that winning environment, there's no letdown. So every single day, foot is on the gas, every shoot around, every video session, every weight room session, every practice, every city that we go into, there's like this seriousness that you're carrying yourself with because you've got this really, really high expectation of yourself. So, we were able to put it together. Like, and that, a lot of people say, well, your team was super talented. It was. But y'all been in NBA locker rooms. Yes. The ego is crazy.
Yes.
And so being able to keep everybody's ego in check and everybody kind of get on the same page, have this kind of professionalism and this continuity that would all but ensure we're going to give ourselves the best shot to win it. So having gone through that experience twice was great. Being able to learn and watch these guys preparing, but really watch the championship level of preparation from the coaches and all that stuff. It was really a good learning experience for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been coaching AAU for like 20 plus years now, man. So I really like, working with young people. So I was able to use a lot of that and develop my own style and coaching style, basketball philosophy. I got all that in my last 5, 6, 7 years in the NBA. That's what it became about for me. It was really just becoming a basketball guy, learning as much as I could, retaining as much as I could, taking notes, keeping scout reports, all that, just so I could have this knowledge base for basketball that I use when I'm coaching young people.
Yeah, to me it sounds like they have a culture, and I'm always interested because I know if you're a team that wins consistently, there is a culture. I only know what the Miami Heat culture is. I've only been around that, but you know from afar, Golden State has a culture. You know what I'm saying? And it could be different, but I'm happy you touched on that because the success that they have and the things they speak on. Steph, you got a chance to be around Steph. You got a chance to be around KD. These guys are not great just by accident. They ain't just throwing at the wall to see if it stick, man. Just talk about the work ethic, you know what I'm saying, and the professionalism that those two guys have. And do you think that KD got a little bit too much of us, flack for, coming to Golden State?
Hell yeah, he did. I'll answer that.
Right. Well, I'll say this, man. Like, first time I saw Steph work out, and I usually try to see what guys are doing and try to say, hey, man, I could tell this to a young kid, see if he can do it. None of that was applicable. Like, the level of difficulty that he puts himself through, like, you couldn't ask no kid to do none of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't.
That's real.
I mean, it's just, I'm like, what am I, like, just the ridiculous amount of makes you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, the numbers, like, you got to make 25 straight and they all got to be, I'm like, damn. Like, you know how long it would take somebody to do this stuff that he's doing in a minute, 2 minutes, hitting 50 straight threes and then moving and all this other type. Like, it's bananas. So it was, it's no secret why he's the way he is, right? He just works at that level. Just like all of those guys, all the great guys have that level of work ethic that, a lot of us are like, damn, you get to a point where you're like, well, I can't do that. And that's just past the limits of my, who I am. Like, I just can't, you literally can't do some of the stuff that some of these guys do, the 4 a.m. workouts.
Yeah.
And then, you just getting the reps and the type of reps and the shooting proficiency. All of that stuff. So seeing all of that kind of locked in, and then, they never took days off. Like, they were in the gym, Clay and Steph in the gym all the time. KD, and I'm like, damn, like, this is why. Like, this is why they shoot the ball like this. This is why they can bang off. The first time I was in there with KD, I remember this. The first time we looked at the stat sheet and both them motherfuckers shot like 13, 14 threes apiece. And we looked at this, I said, like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't question it. You know what I'm saying? Because they literally getting 500-600 makes after shoot around, and then 300-400 makes before the game, and then 600 makes after practice and before, like just constantly. So you're like, all right, well, bet some games we're gonna shoot 18 threes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where I'm looking at it like, man, in Indiana, 18 threes is like 3 games worth. You know what I'm saying? We when I was in New Orleans, we'd look at if Page had shot like 4 or 5 threes, we'd be like, damn, Page, you was jacking this today, bro. Like,
4 or 5.
There's 5 or 6 threes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Today these guys shoot that in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Extendo.
I haven't been around Steph to see his work, but obviously you see it at levels. I've been around KD in the summertime. I think the most important thing for any young player is to see those guys work and actually get workouts with those guys, because it's eye-opening, like you're saying. Like, I watched KD, he's year 16, 17. I was with him last summer. I brought Paolo out there to work with him. It's like, yo, see every rep. Every rep's a game rep. And it's the same thing every day. The dude's a hoop junkie. Like, that dude is just a basketball savant. Like, he loves it, but that's why he scores so easy. He's the easiest scorer I've ever seen. I love the way he plays.
Right.
Double down on comfort and elevate your essentials this playoff season with distractionless underwear from Tommy John. It's the breathable, sweat-fighting foundation with 4 times more stretch than competing brands. Keep your head in the game and out of your pants with Tommy John. Man, playoffs got everybody uptight right now. Me, staying calm and cool with my Tommy Johns. Tommy John keeps me comfortable, confident, and cool at all times of the day. So ditch them tight, uncomfortable wedgie huggers that you've been wearing. Get you some Tommy John. Double down on comfort with Tommy John and get 25% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/OGs with promo code OGs. Again, that's 25% off at TommyJohn.com/OGs.
Playoff basketball is here, and there is still plenty of game left to be played. Don't miss a second of hoops action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. From every game day until the trophy is lifted, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with same-game parlays, odds boost, and so much more. Here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code OGs. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers, use my promo code OGs and bet just $5 on any wager to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code OGs only at DraftKings Sportsbook.